Football, the beautiful game.
The beautiful game.
A sport that is played by over 250 million people worldwide. It's no secret that football is loved by all. But upon my visit to Southeast Asia and across the world last year, I was shocked to find that Thailand seemed to be among the biggest fans of it out of every country. There were cafes and restaurants with flags of the owner's team, motorbikes and cars with stickers and themed number plates, Premier League tops donned proudly, and even Honda making limited edition bikes specifically for the Thai market. Why was this the case, and why did the Thais love it so much? I didn't know, and I wanted to find out. So join me as we delve into the short history behind football in Thailand. Let's go. Oh, and football's coming home.
Now, if you didn't know, Thai people absolutely love English football. So much so that they know a town in England where I live called Ipswich because of the football team. Rujak Ipswich, man. Oh, yes. Yes. Most English people, when I tell them I live in Ipswich, don't know that. So why and how did a league that started 7,000 miles away become so popular here? Well, for that, my friend, we have to go back in time. All right, we got to get off somewhere first. So, let's go get some transport. Hello, สวัสดีครับ ชอบลิเวอร์พูลไหม ลิเวอร์พูล ชอบลิเวอร์พูลไหม แต่ตอนนี้ลิเวอร์พูลไม่ชนะครับ อาร์เซนอล
เชียร์สเปอร์
โอเค ดูฟุตบอลเยอะไหม ดูฟุตบอลอังกฤษไหมเยอะ
เยอะชอบเลยชอบใจ
คนไทยชอบฟุตบอลอังกฤษท่าไหนครับ
นี่อธิบายยาก
อธิบายยาก
การแข่งขันชอบอะไรแบบสไตล์อย่างนี้ครับผม
สไตล์แบบเล่นสไตล์
ใช่สไตล์บอล
โอเค
อังกฤษชอบเล่นแบบดุดันไม่เหมือนลีกอื่นเราชอบลีกอังกฤษอย่างนี้เลยครับ
Football dates as far back as you could imagine. I think all the way back to ancient China. But whether you like it or not, the most popular version of it played around the world today is the English Football Association's version of it, which was created in England in 1845 in some of the posh private schools that elites would send their sons to, such as Eton and things like that. They would draft the rules. Then in 1847, teams would pop up all over England, with one of the first official clubs, longest standing clubs, being Sheffield, not Sheffield United. But here, in Thailand, the game didn't arrive on the shores until 1897. In a story we're going to find out a little bit about next. So, let's go to where we're going. It's a little bit of a walk down this way. สวัสดีครับ อันนี้รูปปั้นชูล่าไหม ชูล่าครับ ชูล่า โอเคป่ะ ขอบคุณครับ And isn't this a beautiful sight here in the grounds of Chulalongkorn University where we are now? The man who supposedly introduced Thailand to football, here is a football game being played. That man over there is probably accredited with making football probably one of the most popular sports. Him and another guy will explain later, but let's go explain him first. Oi! ฝีมือดีครับ So how did the beautiful game arrive on the shores of Thailand? Well, way back in the 1800s, Thailand was actually called Siam, and this man behind me, Chulalongkorn, was in the process of modernising Siam. What he also did was he also modernised the military and the education systems, and to do this, he had heads of the education department be British and come over from European countries, and the head of the Ministry of Defence be German and run that. Now the Germans have become interesting later on in this story because they do something to football which should never be done, ever. But you'll find out about that in a minute. Now, the British guys who came over here to run the education department would introduce a sport, football, in one of the first schools built here, European-style schools built here, they were going to head to next, and where they would play one of the first games of football ever to be recorded in Thailand, one of the first official ones. Damn, there's so much sweat in my eyes. Oh, it's hot here, and my eyes are burning. สวัสดีครับลิเวอร์พูลดี ขอโทษครับทำอะไรที่นี่ครับทำอะไรกับแผ่นนี้นะครับ
ไหว้ผมพ่อร้องหาเลยหรอก
อ๋อโอเค Oh, that's so beautiful. It's like the aircon when you walk into a 7-Eleven. สวัสดีครับนี่อะไรนะครับ
อันไหนคะ
นี่อะไรนะครับ
อันนี้น้ำพันธุ์ค่ะมีสตรอเบอรี่ มีลิ้นจี่ มีไพน์แอปเปิ้ล
ผสมผสานใช่ไหมโอ้เอาอันนี้นะครับ
ใส่พริกไปหน่อยเป็นต้มย
ใส่พริก
ำ เป็นต้มย
เป็นต้มยำ ใช่ครับขอบคุณมากครับ
ำยังไง
โอ้รสชาติส้มตำ ไม่ใช่อร่อยขอบคุณครับยินดีครับ That is so beautiful in the heat you would not believe it anyway we're now heading up to สนามหลวง
แอดเวย์
Huh?
สนามหลวงเนี่ย
Yeah it's the first football game ครั้งแรกเล่นฟุตบอลที่นี่ใช่ไหมโอเคใช่ทำไมผมไปครับ Now to some this might look like a plain old regular field but for English football history lunatics it's something very different because on March the 2nd 1900 the first ever game of football to be officially played under the Football Association rules would be played on this field between the Bangkok team and the Department of Education. Now most of the players were British, but there were 4 Thai players, and there was actually an ex-Aston Villa player who would score the first goal, and he was actually the head of one of the schools that opened, one of the European schools. Now the game would end in a draw, 2-2, and yeah, it would draw quite a crowd here. There was quite a massive crowd that would come here to watch the game, and it drew a huge amount of attention among Thai people, and it would be one of the first things to happen to really act as a catalyst for football becoming big in Thailand. But they wouldn't have their own league until 15 to 16 years later. It's a bit odd, it's a bit strange, isn't it? Why? Well, you're going to find out with me if you stick along for the rest of this video. So let's go to the next place. Now just behind me there is the Ministry of Defence of Thailand, and back when Chulalongkorn would invite the Europeans to come help modernise the country, the department would be predominantly German. And the Germans banned football in the military because the Kaiser told the king that apparently military officers shouldn't waste their time playing games because it's, well, it's not productive. Well, I guess that's why they lost 2 world wars, eh? 2 world wars and 1 World Cup. Doo-da, doo-da. 2 world wars and 1 World Cup. Doo-da, doo-da, doo. Na, 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 da, 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 da. 2 world wars and 1 World Cup. That's why you don't ban football in the army, Germans. Even though they're better at football than us. Something's going on. Not sure what. I think maybe they're filming a movie or something. It'd be pretty funny if I ended up in a Thai movie as an extra walking down the pavement with my camera. Bye. Okay. What are you filming? Movie?
Yeah.
Movie? About Thai history?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. All right. Have a good one. Bye bye.
You love Thailand?
Yes. Thailand สุดยอดครับ Wow, so they're filming something about Thai history here. Hello, Swadikap. Interesting. Very cool. I wonder what it's about. I want to watch the movie now.
ไฟแดงไม่ใช่ตรงนี้เป็นอู่รถยนต์หลวงเป็นอู่รถยนต์หลวงตรงนี้ต้องไปถึงไฟแดงเลี้ยวไฟแดงเลี้ยวขวา500 เมตรก็ต้องแบบนี้ฝั่งซ้ายจะมีรปภยืนโบกรถอยู่
อ๋อโอเค500 เมตร
ไอ้วินมอเตอร์ไซค์มันทิ้ง
โอเคโอเคไม่เป็นไรไม่เป็นไร
ไอ้นั่นมันโง่
เดิน it's okay เดินไปไม่เป็นไรขอบคุณครับ I'm confused is this not the same complex oh well we got football and rugby going on there we got rugby being played here as well rugby this must be a posh school well we're now in the Road if I'm saying that right college and I'm trying to find a statue but I don't think there's a statue here I can't see one Rupan Anuswari
Oh, you can come.
I can go or no
No.
ไม่ได้
ไม่ได้ครับ
อ๋อโอเคเข้าใจครับโอเคขอบคุณค
It's
รับ
private
โอเค
for student.
โอเค
Yes.
โอเคไม่เป็นไรโอ
Thank
เค
you. You're a blogger?
Yeah I'm making a video about the history of football in Thailand
Oh.
and Wajir would bring he make the Core Royal Cup no
Yeah.
yeah you guys play rugby
Yeah.
rugby what do you like the most football or rugby
Rugby.
rugby fair enough
Where you
okay
from?
ประเทศอังกฤษ
Oh, มาจากอังกฤษเมืองไหนครับ
Ipswich รู้จักไหม
รู้จักครับรู้จัก ผมเคยไปเรียกว่าอะไรวะโบลตันวอเตอร์รู้จักไหมครับมันเมืองอะไรวะเคยไปลอนดอนรอบนึง
ลอนดอนชอบไหม
ชอบครับสวยดี
ทีมอะไรชอบที่สุดในประเทศอังกฤษ
ลิเวอร์พูลครับลิเวอร์พูล
ลิเวอร์พูลโอเคผมเป็นคนอาร์เซนอล
โอ้อาร์เซนอล
อาร์เซนอลจะชนะตอนนี้ครับ
กลับมา
เ
ซิตี้
no อาร์เซนอลครับอาร์เซนอล yes อาร์เซนอลโอเคยินดีครับบ๊ายบาย So it turns out I'm in a school I'm trying to find a monument to Washi Rawud it turns out I'm in a school so that school behind me is Washi Rawud College unfortunately we can't go see the Rupan because it's private let me explain why Washi Rawud is important when he was a boy he was actually sent over to England to study English now in an English school to study to become an English gentleman now this is how the British Empire basically kind of tried to control other countries they didn't have control over they tried to get them educated as English gentlemen what the education would have done would instill a love of football in Wajir Rawud so much that he would bring it back and when he reigned Thailand he would start the first ever cup in Thailand the Core Royal Cup which would last till about 1996 and then the Thai Premier League would start now before that in those 15 years I was on about the football would be banned in the military but he actually lifted this ban as well so you'd get football teams from the military and you'd have all sorts of football teams in this Core Royal Cup you'd have the tobacco monopoly you'd have banks and all types of things anyway once that ended in about 1996 the Thai Premier League started and if you fast forward another 2-3 years of that the broadcast of the English Premier League arrives here in Thailand and well it starts to become very popular.
So where does this leave us in the story? Well, in 1998, the EPL became widely available and was broadcast on many channels in Thailand, with Liverpool, Man United and Chelsea becoming the favoured teams. So much so that they have their own Thai nicknames. Bet Dang for Liverpool, which means Red Duck. P Dang for Manchester United, which means Red Ghost. And I'm not sure what the Chelsea one is. You can let me know in the comments if you know that. Is there one reason it became so popular here? No. There are so many varying reasons why it became so loved in Thailand, but it still leaves the question, why is it so much more loved here than in other countries? It may not be more loved, but it's more displayed, for sure. I think it's as simple as, it simply is the best league in the world. That, linked with the strong English historical ties with Siam and Thailand, which would transport football 7,000 miles east, and the great love Thais have for the game, alongside strong marketing and accessibility here, are probably a number of the reasons it became so popular. I can only imagine it will become more popular as Thai players start to appear in lineups more and more. Why do you think it's so popular here? Have you been to Thailand and experienced the same? Are there any other countries that love the English Premier League to the same level apart from the UK that I don't know about? Leave your thoughts below. And if you think I'm full of shit, let me know too. I love you anyway, brother.